It's going on. Hey, everybody. Hey.
Okay. Hey, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. Am I in it? Live studio audience?
Cool.
We have a live studio audience this time.
You ready? I made up a song to start our live. You ready?
Oh.
Give me a beat, somebody.
Can somebody, Amani, I need your help. I don't know how to do beats.
Oh. Oh, God. They're horrible. It's okay. It's alright.
I'm out here clapping for y'all.
It's okay. I didn't really make up a song.
You had us so excited.
I mean, I can make up one right now.
No, but I wanted the pre-planned song. Like,
Do you want it?
That you already...
So you don't want me to improv it?
No, I mean, go. Now we're waiting for a song. So
okay, that's cool. Yo, what's up? My name is Cash. Over here, yeah, you know, we got the stash. Because we're over here and we're going to talk about stuff. Could have been better.
We'll try again next week.
I didn't even mention you.
Yeah, this is not my. This isn't
okay,
even. We're just. This is Cash's podcast. We're talking about.
I'll play
stuff.
one for next. Wait.
This is Cash's podcast, and we're gonna be talking about stuff.
Hey everybody, this is Cash and Mars. I know all of you are some superstars. Yeah, we're about to get started on our podcast. Yeah, you know that you join, not be last. Yeah, every single week we come on here and we talk about all of our deepest fears. Yeah, you know transphobia is the topic today, but it doesn't matter because we're all here to say hey. What? Yay! Anyways.
Yay! Oh my gosh, that was really good.
Thank you.
You really pulled that out.
Thanks.
It was so swaggy.
Thanks so much.
Also featuring this new shirt.
Yes.
And these new earrings.
Yes. Casper, shout out to Casper for letting me get this shirt, even though he wanted it.
Yeah. But I love these earrings too.
Thank you.
They like really suit you.
There's only one.
I know. I need to get on the earring thing. Everybody had an earring yesterday.
I know. Literally, Amani yesterday, I put these on and she was like, "Wow, that is so non-binary." I was like, "Shut up."
It is.
But it is.
It has to be. I want a feather, right? I feel like that's the most non-binary.
So like my thing is roses. Like, you know how I don't know if you remember, I used to always wear a rose necklace, but it broke.
No, I don't remember that.
Well, I always wear a rose necklace, but it's broken right now, and I want to get just a rose earring instead.
Aw, that's cute.
It's my femininity in an earring.
Aw, I love that.
Yeah. Hey, I have super excited. Wait, no. Should I even say? I'm so excited about it that I'm just going to say it.
Oh no.
Stop itching your tattoo. My super excited news is that I am going to the center, the LGBT center, on January 22nd to get myself to start testosterone. Who is excited? I'm excited.
And it's exactly 11 days after my 1 year on T. So on January 11th in 2018, I started my T at the exact same place, and then a year and 11 days later, you're gonna start your T at the same place.
It's really.
I wonder
it's
if
like
you
a
have
romance
carpenter.
story.
Do you know who your doctor's gonna be?
I have no idea.
It's probably gonna be the same doctor.
I didn't even really listen. Like, my head was just so excited
I
while
never
I was on the
listen.
phone, and I was like, I'm ready to come. Why are we still talking?
I never listen when they're saying anything. You're just anxious and also excited and also
exactly.
oh wait, this is serious. This is a medical call.
Yeah.
That's really
one, I hate calling doctors in general, and then two, this is just something that I could last night I just bought my second binder.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You bought a new one?
Yeah,
from
because this
GCTV?
one is super.
I didn't know you only just had one.
Yeah, I only have one.
And you've only used that one this entire time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a new binder.
Yeah, I needed it. But it's just one of those things that I get anxious about it. And
I couldn't, that's the exact same one as me. I couldn't buy my own binder. My ex had to buy all my binders.
But this one is it's loose now, and it's not even really binding anymore at this point because I use it so much, and so it's
do you want to tell them what binder you got and what size and where from?
So I got the GC2B binder, I got the small, I got their nude collection, which is really awesome.
Because they have all the colors.
Yeah, exactly. So I got the one that, hopefully it'll be my color, because one of my biggest problems with this one is the fact that if I want to wear something that's low cut or something like that, or even open it, it immediately is oh look at your binder, and then it looks like a sports bra to the outside people or something, yeah. And I really hate that. So hopefully it'll blend in a little bit better.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's where I got my binders too. And the cool thing about GC2B that I always tell people, first of all, excuse me, I burped. They're a trans-owned company, super dope. It's all made in the U.S. and they have a really great exchange policy. So finding sizes for binders, I feel like is always a problem, and you always get the wrong size the first time, or you go too big or too little, and they'll always exchange it out for the whatever size, no matter what.
And then if you're like confused about that, also they have like a whole informational page about how to exchange it, how to return it, and then,
it's free. I did it. I did do it.
So they're really awesome, and their models are super cute. I want to be one of their models, low key.
Contact AGC2B. Contact us.
For real, like I'm trying to be a little GC2B model. But we have a topic today.
Our topic is internalized transphobia.
Yeah. The question first would be like,
what we should define?
Okay.
Internalized transphobia, because some people probably don't even know what that means. So,
do we want to look up an actual thing, or
hey, live studio audience,
would you mind?
Also, shout out to our live studio audience. It's just Amani. Hi, Amani.
It's not just Amani. It is the Amani. It's the Amani.
Shout out to Amani. She's a scholar, and she's gonna help us be edumacated today with a real definition.
Honey, I heard that we're not supposed to say edumacated.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Is that bad?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought I was making fun of like dumb white people, which I'm always about. You know, like let's
I'm
make.
Just kidding. Would you like to read it out loud as your guest appearance?
Please come over here.
Oh no.
Okay, you can read it out loud from there. And I'm gonna go get my orange juice while you read it out loud.
Oh, okay. It says, internalized transphobia refers to feelings some people have inside about their being trans that they might not even be aware of. It refers to how some people hate that part of themselves and are ashamed of it.
Okay. Well, first, I feel like one of the biggest thing that internalized transphobia comes from is where you live.
Yes.
So
or like what you're like. Even not even where you live, but like if you live somewhere dope, but your family, like whatever your environment
exactly
is.
Your environment.
Yeah.
So like I grew up in Georgia, and you grew up in Joshua Tree, California. Mm-hmm. So like those are pretty different places to grow up. But
was yours a small town? Did you live in a small town?
I wouldn't really say that it's a small town. Like my graduating high school had about 2,000 people in it. You know, so it's like
pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Or my graduating class. So,
and
but
fries on this podcast. Sorry, Brittany.
He's a hungry boy. But I feel like when it came to trans people, I grew up just thinking that trans people were sick. Like, I don't know if anybody had ever told you that, but trans people are just sick people who just need medication and therapy so that they can. Like it's a true illness, and so that was a big problem for me when I was starting to figure out that I was trans, because I was like, wait, but I'm not sick. I don't feel like I'm sick. And that's something that I internalized, and I didn't, I'm fine. I mean, not even say I'm fine. Before, I was totally cool with other people being trans, and I would be like, oh wow, that's really cool. What's the process? And I would always look it up and stuff like that. But when it came to myself, I would immediately be like, but I'm not sick.
I'm not trans, but I want to know everything about it. Yeah,
exactly.
We've all done it.
So I feel like
I
was so annoyed to go through that.
It's endless. For me, it was years, and I've heard this story for so many people. It's you go deep into the YouTube or whatever space that you find that you figure out all these people are at. You go really, really deep, and then you're like, oh, that's really scary. I don't know if I can do that. I don't want to be that person. That's kind of gross. And you're I remember watching them alone, in the dark. Why am I watching so much of this? And then you go back in the closet in your mind too. You just put it away in your mind, and then you bring it back up when you're ready to deal with it again.
I remember what's his name? I can't remember his name, but the very first trans person that I found on YouTube.
Aiden Dowling?
No.
I mean,
no.
Chase?
No. I know it was right before I found Ty Turner, and they were the only two that I knew. It might have been Ty. No, it wasn't Ty. Look, it doesn't matter. Thanks. They're Amani's.
Ooh, I love that. I need some more women's jewelry in my life.
Honestly, you just need jewelry.
I don't have any accessories.
I love jewelry. But yeah, the first person that I found was with my best friend, still my best friend now, Zoe Sanchez.
Hi, Zoe.
Hey, Zoe, if you're watching, and you probably will because you're pissed. But yeah, so like Zoe and I found like trans boys, and we were like, they're so cute. And like I really thought that maybe I was just like pansexual, and I just think everybody is cute. I don't really care about genitals and that stuff.
You're like attracted to them romantically, you thought more of it?
I thought, but like I wasn't.
I had that feel. I was like,
yeah.
oh, I'm only attracted to trans boys. Like I like men, but I don't want them to be cis men.
Yeah.
But no, I was just like, I just want to be them.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was basically just like, wow, they're really, really cool, but like I would never be them, but like maybe I'd be with them. Mm-hmm. And so like she would like vibe with me on that same level, and so I thought, okay, maybe I'm just that person. Maybe I'm just like Zoe, and I just like think they're attractive, and that's why I'm obsessed.
Maybe I'm a chaser. Maybe I'm a
chaser. Exactly. But because I was
it's
like
better
obsessed.
to be trans than to be a chaser.
That's very, very true. So like I was kind of obsessed.
No, I was obsessed.
Yeah.
And then that plays into internalized transphobia because that was like your
that was me like putting some space in between me and who the actual like people were. Like I was like, that's a group that I just can't be a part of because like no matter what, like Georgia is a place where like trans people can't go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
They have a ban on it.
Yeah. It's definitely a place where like you can stop someone and say, like, would you allow a trans person to use the correct bathroom for them, for their gender that they present as? And they would be like, no, because they could rape our women or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I've literally had a conversation with somebody in Georgia where it was like, disgusting. They said, we can't allow trans people to go into the wrong bathroom. They said wrong bathroom because then it'll encourage men to dress up as women and go into the bathroom.
I've heard that argument so many times, and there's statistics on this. I've Googled it before, and maybe I'll Google it again, and we can put it in the comments when we post this on YouTube, because Ashton's going to do it this time because I'm a mess and I don't know how to do it. The like rates of anything happening bad in a bathroom are like zero of a trans person doing it to somebody else, but like of somebody getting hurt going into what they said was the wrong bathroom, but is really like just using the correct bathroom for a trans person, using the wrong bathroom. Sorry.
We're using the wrong bathroom for like their assigned gender at birth, but using the correct bathroom for the way that they present.
No, the opposite of that. Like a trans person, like if I had to go into the women's restroom,
right? Those
statistics, that's when people get hurt.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge amount. Yeah. But
exactly, because
no one's ever gotten hurt.
You're some person with a beard, like who's super masculine, walking into this girl's bathroom. Yeah. Like you know that girl is about to pull out that pepper spray.
Yeah.
If she doesn't, she's not smart.
Yeah. So like, that's when people are actually gonna get hurt, not when people are using whatever they said was the wrong one. But that's so annoying.
Yeah. But like it was conversations like that kind of sort of genuinely stuck with me, and I didn't realize that they stuck with me because like I am a queer person. I have always known queer people.
Yeah.
I had never known on a personal level a trans person before I met you.
Really?
Yeah, on a personal level, like I haven't known anybody. I'm sure that I've met them.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because like trans people are everywhere, obviously.
Yeah,
but
you didn't like
but I
know
didn't,
them well for them to
tell me. Yeah, exactly. So it's like no, and like that. I've talked to a couple of people from my high school now who say that they question their gender and stuff like that because I post about it and things like that, so they talk to me.
That's
so
sweet.
Shout out to you guys who come out to me because I'm glad that there are other Georgians who are just like me. But
the Georgians, we are here for you. We stand the Georgians.
We really do. But like, there was just nobody who was like that, you know. Like there was nobody. So in my head, I was like, no, I can't be a trans person. So coming out here, last time that we had our podcast, I left off saying that like somebody else had to tell me I was trans. So like not that like they had to tell me, but it was about 2 years that my brother's partner at the time had just asked me like, are you trans? Like, do you want to be a boy? Because like when I got to my senior year, I stopped freaking caring. I just didn't care. Like I didn't want to be at school. I hated being at school because I always had to. It was exhausting to go to school because I had to be somebody for everybody.
You're performing,
And I love everybody from high school. You guys are all so sweet, but for myself, I was performing constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Just like every different group that I was with, I had to be a different person. But none of those groups were ever just my full on.
Gotta stop you real quick. That does not change.
Yeah.
You just have to. You're just a little bit more comfortable being different people around everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm still literally playing games all the time, doing
Yeah.
the exact same thing. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm with like men, I'm acting a certain way. If I'm with like other folks.
Well, I think that when I'm with men, I do act a little bit different, but like not necessarily because I'm like playing into it.
Yeah.
I would say in high school it was different, as in just like I would like to wear certain things, and I would like to look at certain people. Like I would be like when I wasn't out of the closet, like I would sit around looking at guys and be like, oh yeah, like I would 100%, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I'm still attracted to guys, but like I do not sit around in circles and say, look at how hot he is, unless it's
Let's
Michael
do it
B.
more
Jordan.
often. Let's do it more often. Let's sit in some circles. Oh, look how cute it is.
I mean, Michael B. Jordan.
I don't know who that is. Michael B. Jordan.
Look, okay, you don't know Black Panther.
Oh yeah, I know Black Panther.
Black Panther, the bad guy for Black Panther.
Oh okay, yeah, okay.
When he came out, he was super buff.
Yeah, pretty dommy. He's pretty dommy.
He could dom me, you know. That's daddy.
Wait, can we see everybody?
Our live studio audience coming. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Come closer. Can you see? Can you see? He's so attractive.
Oh wait, we got a snap from Ashley. Sorry.
That's Big Daddy right there. Hello, Big Daddy. I'll see you later.
That was cute. Yeah, he's cute.
Yeah, but like I don't know. There's just.
I was just asked like, who's your celeb crush? And well, I don't even want to get into this, but did you hear that Ezra Miller is super problematic?
Who is that?
Perks of Being a Wallflower. We need to talk about Kevin.
That movie was one I didn't pay attention to. I'm just being honest. I didn't I watched it, but everybody was quoting it and whatnot. I guess I do quote it because I always say that you accept the love that you know that quote.
Oh, that you think you deserve?
Yeah.
You didn't pay attention to Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yeah, so I don't
what
really
kind
remember her
of
face.
young hipster were you?
I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was a young black kid.
Yeah.
it was
But I feel like you were still a young hipster. That's not a good photo.
That's Ezra?
That's a really ugly photo. Can you
looks
please
like he just got slimed at a Nickelodeon.
Oh my god.
That was really tragic.
Well, that's his personality, I guess. He's a real jerk. Can you
he
pull up
looks
his,
like a real jerk. I mean, not that I judge people by the way that they look.
I'm actually not sure. Yeah, I think his pronouns are he still, but he identifies as non-binary.
Oh, really?
And he did a photo shoot in a skirt and stuff. But then he also did this horrible documentary directed from the point of view. I need to look into this more before I talk about this. But directed from the point of view of the police officer who shot a black kid. Yeah, rough. Yeah, real rough. Anyway. What are you doing?
That's rough. Did you get the pun?
Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
I'm sorry I brought you into this woozy.
I just kissed her on the lips.
This face
Oh,
that
God.
you make whenever you see
I did it. Everybody saw. Everybody saw. No.
Immediately, every time Lucy, come here.
I'm so embarrassed about it too.
Every time.
I'm so embarrassed that I do it. But when I'm home alone, that's literally all I'm doing.
No, I know. And you definitely code switch for Lucy. I'll be on the phone with you and you'll be like, hey, Lucy, come over here. And I'm like, oh God, he's making the face. I can just tell he's making the face.
All right, let's get back to internalized transphobia.
Okay.
We got off topic.
Yeah. So what was I talking about?
Internalized transphobia.
No, but I was talking about the story that I left off on in high school.
Well, yeah, so you were being a different.
Oh, okay. I was being
people.
very different,
Yeah.
but then my senior year, I just was puck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be who I want to be, and so then I started to be a little bit more masculine, and I started to express who I am, and it was really, really fun. And everybody that year started to call me really confident. I got a lot more girls that year, and I just felt a lot more myself because I would switch, and one day I might wear a super long dress and be very girly, then the next day I would be super masculine, and a lot of the days today I would just be very much in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really realize that it had to do with my gender identity, but that was like around the time that I did kind of sort of start feeling uncomfortable with thinking about myself as a girl.
Yeah. Do you consider this outfit very in the middle? I just always see you as so masked. I'm like, you're just so masked.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm in the middle currently because this is kind of like a dress shirt.
Yeah.
But also it has this color. Yeah. But also I'm wearing this.
You're wearing, yeah, I mean,
but
this is
also,
like pretty, you're really...
Also I'm masking it out with these shoes.
Yeah,
so
and the jeans. Yeah, I guess it's dope.
So it's just like, yeah.
I'm in sweatpants, fam. Hey.
I like it. You're comfy.
Yeah.
Which is,
I'm really a Torres right now. I've got my French fries out here. I got my sweatpants on. You're at my house. You came to my house.
I am a Sagittarius.
You're ready.
Very strong. I'm ready for the party at all times.
Yeah, look at this outfit, this fit.
But yeah, so I started being very much in the middle and like tended to be more masculine. And then like when I started doing that, immediately my brother-in-law at the time was like, do you want to transition? And I was like,
how did he know so much about?
I mean, he's
just queer.
Yeah, like he's just queer.
Informed.
And I don't know that he like knew a lot about like trans people and stuff like that, but like he just like, cause I have a strong. You always say, "Oh, you're so masked." I don't even feel like I'm so masked, but like when you're yeah, but like I am more masculine and I tend to like hang with the guys a lot better than but I feel like a lot of girls do that too. So that was also another safe space for me. Like I was like, no, because a lot of girls do that.
I'm like
but
a tomboy.
That was when I started hating the term lesbian for myself.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, that word. Did you liked the word before? No, I always hated it.
Well, because that was when I came out.
Yeah.
Before then, I just didn't even identify as queer. But yeah, when I started coming out, I was like, yo, don't call me lesbian. I'm not a lesbian. Like,
yeah, I hate that word.
Don't. And honestly, I thought at the time that was internalized homophobia.
Me too. Yeah, I was like, I just hate lesbians. Like, and I was like, why do I hate lesbians so much? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, they're nice. Like,
yeah, they're really nice people. Like, I wouldn't ever. Exactly.
I don't know why I have these feelings for them. I want to be with them.
I didn't even have feelings towards them because there was definitely other people who I looked up to. I still look up to a lot of like lesbian identifying females because like I feel like there's a lot of them that are very in the middle and I love that about them. So I feel like I would never identify with like a butch female, but I would identify with like a stem. Stem's the word. Okay, so there's the femme, the stems, and the butch.
Femme, stem? What's a stem?
So a stem is the people who are more in the middle. Like me. Like you say that I'm kind of like, I don't know, we talk about how like I'm in a brand of a lesbian if I were to be a lesbian. And that brand is stem.
Is stem,
yeah,
okay.
Just like they would be like me. Like I think for a while, I got that word from Ari Fitz.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I think for a while Ari Fitz identified as a stem and I think she still does or just identifies as a no label. Which is valid too.
Yes,
labels are so
dumb.
But yeah, so.
No, yeah, I definitely had that. I was like, what is this like internalized homophobia that I feel?
Yeah.
And then, but it was just like the idea as being, I'm about to itch my tattoo. The idea of being seen as like a lesbian was really uncomfortable for me. But like I wanted to like, now it's really interesting because like I'll be in like, men are just like gross and horrible and they say like gross horrible things to me all the time because they think that I'm one of them and like they'll be like talking like I was like in a group and they were like talking about like how hot lesbians were and it was like a really interesting space to be in because it was like,
ooh, I've never heard those conversations.
Right? Yeah, it was like really interesting space to be in because I was like outside of like I was like I surpassed everything. Like I've done that and then I jumped out of being a lesbian and then I'm like on the outside watching. It was just a lot.
I just can't imagine being in a conversation where people say lesbians are hot because actually I remember there was this one guy. Oh, I really ripped into that one guy. He really was like, I don't even remember what, but he was like, yeah, I'm down with lesbians. I can be with you and your girlfriend, because, you know, I have a girlfriend, and I was like, nah, I have a girlfriend. I can be with you and your girlfriend. And, it was at a club, because this girl came up to me and was hitting on me and dancing on me, her boyfriend came meandering up, and then he was like, yeah, dance for me. And I pulled the girl off of me, and I turned to her. Yeah, I know. I turned to her, and I was like, first of all, I'm not a lesbian, because he was like, yeah, lesbian. Like, he literally was like, lesbian stands for me. And I was like, I pulled her off, and I was like, first of all, I'm not a lesbian. Second of all, if I were a lesbian, I will never, ever be here for your entertainment. Lesbians who are in love, that is their own business, and it has nothing,
you don't need to be watching them.
God,
You almost squared up.
I was squared up. I was
squared up.
That was me.
The term that they taught me this week. Squared up.
Square up. If you don't know that term, it just means to prepare to fight. Yeah.
Square up.
But yeah, okay, so then we go past high school and I'm in college, and then I just completely abandoned my femininity. I was just like, I guess I'm a butch. Oh God, I hate that word, but I guess I'm a butch.
I love the way you said it too. You're like, I guess I'm a butch.
Like, I heard it come out and I was like, oh, no. And so like I didn't really like identifying as butch, and it felt wrong, but it felt safer than saying that I felt something wrong with my gender.
Yeah.
It just felt safer because other people like are started, like gay marriage is legal in 2015. So like being gay, being lesbian has now become more genuinely okay.
Yeah.
But being trans, nobody knows anything about transitioning. Nobody knows that you can't be asking about people's dangalangs and vajim jams.
Dude,
Nobody
I got
knows
so
these
many
things.
wild messages this week about, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you did.
Y'all. Maybe one day we'll do a pod where I just read all the funny messages that I get about my
his dangalang or vajim jam. That's none of your
dangling,
business.
My dangling.
Dangling or vajim jam. You don't know what it is. Long story short, is what he calls it. And you don't need to know that either unless you're down there.
Yeah,
I'm about to.
oh my god. The plug. My boy.
I can tell you all the good things about war.
Oh god.
But yeah, so then when I moved out here and I got out of Georgia, which was last year, he was still asking me, like, are you trans? Are you trans? Are you trans? And I was just like, no. But I had, like, low-key, over the past couple of years, gotten deeper and deeper into the trans community and watching stuff.
On Insta? You were a YouTube? How did you get into it?
YouTube. Chase Ross, Ty Turner, like,
Same.
like, and then any lesbian person who, like, kind of identified outside of the gender binaries, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Ari Fitz was a really, really hardcore person that I identified with because and I was always so jealous because she would talk about how people call her sir and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to be called sir. Like I was so jealous. Like, but like I was just like, but she identifies as a female. Mm-hmm. So like, if she identifies as a girl, as a female, as a woman, then why can't I? Mm-hmm. You know. But the more and more that I got into it, it wasn't until I found Chella Man, who identified as non-binary. That was the first person who I found that was like,
really?
I'm non-binary. Well, I found Ash Hardell before.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like Ash's story, I mean, I'm sure that other people identify with her, but like, I feel like...
Not with them.
Them. No, I thought that they use all three pronouns.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I
don't follow their stuff.
I thought they use all three, but we'll just go with they, so that just in case.
Yeah,
but they identify as because they didn't even come out as non-binary until
recently. Because they got top surgery recently.
Yeah. So like they would talk about stuff,
but it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
I feel like they actually are going through the same stuff.
She identified as she back then only, and now identifies as all three of the gender.
Pronoun indifferent. Yeah. Because I feel like they're going through it at the same time as we are, kind of like we're all at the same age. I consider it's like weird. I like consider people that like kind of start T around the same time, like or like get it, not even start T at the same time, but like start getting into the community and like starting identifying as trans with whatever that means for them. Is like we're all like the same age, like we're like in school. Like I feel like I'm like a grade above you.
No, I agree.
I'm like a 10th grader and you're like a 9th grader, and then there's like some 12th graders and we're like,
wait, I don't want to be a 9th grader. Okay, I guess I'm
I'm
second semester 9th grader right now. I'm about to be a 10th grader.
You're not in
January
second semester. January 22nd is the start date of second semester.
No,
Come to school, honey.
no, that is 10th grade.
No, that's 9th grade, honey. That's second semester, 9th grade, honey. We have so long to go. We have so long to go.
So what? I don't do I get to 10th grade when I get top surgery?
You get to 10th grade when your heart says so.
I just feel like my heart says I'm a 10th grader. It's okay. I literally have an album on Facebook called Freshies for Life, so
90.
I will be freshie for the rest of my life.
We keep getting so off topic about internalized transphobia.
I feel like that's what a good podcast is. That's what it's about. Yeah.
Jinx, yeah.
So going back to internalized transphobia, wow, we should just write a script, should we not?
No, we're never gonna do. I know.
Just comment in the comments below. Tell us if we should. Okay.
Broken. This is the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen.
It's okay. It's a fun thing. It's really just because we like to talk.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But also internalized transphobia. There was something I wanted to talk about for internalized transphobia. Internalized transphobia, I think, is really interesting because it what is. I feel like it's shifted a lot for me because, and I don't even know if this is really the definition. So maybe someone can help me out with this. But this is a new thought that I've had. But it's at this point, I feel like a lot of the internalized transphobia that I feel kind of stems from, me, feeling imposter syndrome. Or I shouldn't, I don't know where to, be in any space. And I don't want to, I want to, not take up space. Does that make sense? No? Not at all?
I think, no.
It's I feel like my internalized transphobia is, I hate that I'm trans because then...
Because you want to fit into one of the boxes.
Sometimes, and also sometimes I feel I'm it's evil.
Like you're sneaky.
Yeah, it's evil that I can be sneaky into all of these communities and people wouldn't know. I could be hanging out with cis guys and they wouldn't know, and that's sneaky or evil because it's I think that's something that people have told me before, they're gonna sneak in and we're gonna have no idea and then they're gonna corrupt us. And that's literally what I feel I do. I sneak into communities of people that would never be interested in trans people, and then they meet me, and then they are oh my god, I've never heard of any of this stuff. I'm really interested in your story.
So I don't think that that's being sneaky. I think that that's what we need.
That's what we need, but but the internalized transphobia tells me that that's an evil thing that I'm doing. That I'm corrupting people. I'm spitting out my gay agenda.
Yeah.
I'm and it's true because when I meet people, it changes their perceptions on trans folks. But at the same time, if an alt-right person saw me, they would be wow, that is really the devil. They're really out here.
They're really doing something
right
now. Okay, yeah, no, I totally get that. Amani's sneaking away because we're trying to get a kitten.
Way to call her out.
We're not gonna get the kitten?
No.
Why?
Why?
They said that she has to be adopted with the other cat.
Oh no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Oh man. No kittens. I don't like cats at all, so I'm just being a supportive friend.
Did anybody else just see my heart fall on the floor?
Oh, she's calling about a different cat though. We're calling about a different cat though. We're calling about a different cat.
You don't understand. Persephone was sick.
But
let's go back to our topic.
We're going to a different cat.
I feel brokenhearted. Anyways.
A different cat.
That actually is a really nice hug. I feel really supported.
We're gonna get a new cat, Ashton.
Okay, thank you. You know, I didn't even want a cat until I fell in love with Persephone. Anyways.
Getting a cat.
Okay. Anyways, where were we? The sneaking.
So I feel like I'm sneaking into communities and I'm that's where my but before that was not something I ever fathomed would be internalized transphobia for me. Before my internalized transphobia was just basic ew, you're gross.
Yeah, I don't want you can't be trans. Nobody's gonna want to be with you because genitals matter for some reason.
Yeah, and all of that gross stuff.
All of that.
Really, yeah, and I think that it has to do with a lot with your family too, where your internalized transphobia stems from. Because my family was not horrible, but they're not they're not great, but they're not bad at all. They're they try really hard and they love me a lot. And so I don't have a lot of internalized phobia around the voices of my parents telling me negative things. But I do have a lot of internalized transphobia of partners and romantic interactions, because I think that's what I've experienced. You know, people being nobody's gonna love you because you're or not even partner, people our age, social spheres, of people like our age, my friends, like
I think,
romantic, but I don't have those words for like parent. And I think it's all about your like where what your sphere is where whatever words you hear, whatever things
I
are
agree.
in your head.
Because I think when I first, also like a long time ago, when I first found out about trans people, I feel like one of my things was always like, would you date me if I was a boy? Like I always ask people that.
I was always so afraid to ask it because I knew it would out myself. But I was thinking
I did never think that it would out me because I wasn't thinking that it would actually be something that I could do. So like I would ask that question and they'd be like, oh yeah, but then like I think one of the biggest internalized transphobia things that I have is that if I transitioned, I wouldn't be a boy anyways.
Like not a normal boy.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the question: Would you be born cis if you could, and you didn't know anything? You would just be born like a cis boy.
I've always said that if I could go back in time and be born as a boy, I would. But at the same time, that makes me a little bit nervous because I know how much that I've been through because of how people perceived my gender before, how my family,
and like what things you can do for the world, because of your
what things I've had to go through because of it, and what I can understand, like just like things that honestly, like things that cis men say are just stupid sometimes about girls.
It's horrible.
They
What
just don't know.
12:16.
Okay. Oh, we only got 14 minutes left.
Wow, we've really been yapping.
We've been yapping. This was so much better. I'm so sorry for the first one. Whoever watched that first podcast, y'all are really out for us.
You're
out here for us.
Because that last one, we were like, yeah, so like my name's Ashton.
I was so hungover. But we appreciate that. And then we're actually gonna get this on YouTube this time. But we should like sum it up with some nice like positive things. If you're going through internalized transphobia, what can we do? What advice can we give them?
I think that what I would have really appreciated is just that if I had known that internalized transphobia was a thing. First of all, you have to understand that it is really a thing. It's something that a lot of people.
Yeah, if you're a cis person, like, and you don't know, it's really a thing. Take trans people serious when they're talking about these things, and be smart about the words that you say because we're gonna think about them way harder than anybody else would have.
It's just like any other insecurity. Yeah. Like I feel like if anybody tells you that you're ugly, okay, then you're going to think about that later. So if you tell somebody that a part of their identity is ugly
or weird or strange or uncomfortable,
they're literally going to think
even that just like in the way that your face, like we know what you're thinking. We like when your face changes, like we know. So just like you need to like change your. I saw a good meme today, and it was like what we were talking about. It's like you need to like. People use the thing like of, oh, I needed correct pronouns as an excuse to like not actually go into their head and rethink about your gender. And it's like you need to like really go into your head and rethink about the way that you see trans people because we're like beautiful and we're dope. And that's one thing I wanted to say too. I would never want to be born cis because I think that like being trans is one of the coolest things about me. And I hope that soon we'll be in a space where people will recognize that it's like actually like something to be super valued and like to be put up on not like a pedestal, but like it's like special, like any other thing that's special about somebody.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. But
like being an artist or a musician or a really amazing scientist, like being trans is just another thing that's really dope and like is gonna fulfill a part of society and like has already been doing that and is going to continue to like be this such important part of our world. So
yeah, I mean, as a black person, being trans kind of scares me from going from like feminine presenting to masculine just because of how black males are perceived in the world. But I feel like the way that people can look at black males is the way that people can look at trans people as well. It's just always so much negativity, and yet black males have done so much for the community, for the world, for every single part of America, and so have trans people. And I get to represent both of those groups.
Yes.
And it's a little bit scary because I know that every time that I see a police officer now, I'm scared. So in the future, I'm going to be a dreadhead with a police officer knocking at my window, and I'll be terrified. But I know that I'll be somebody who can tell a story.
You can always call this white boy, and I would open the door and I would be like, "Hello, sir.
Oh my gosh.
What do you need from my friends?"
You guys really really do that? Like, you guys really yell at police officers? And I'm like, can you not? Like, oh my God.
White people are the worst.
Like, he has a gun.
We're really the worst, but I will if you ever need me.
It's so scary, but yeah, I will literally keep you. I'll have you on the phone and be like, this is my Caucasian friend. He will say how nice of a person I am. Okay, we're getting problematic. Let me stop. Yeah, but like, it's a very important part of who I am, very important part of who he is. And no matter what anybody says about you, no matter what anybody says about trans people, you know who you are. And as long as you know who you are, you're going to be the best you that you could possibly be. Yeah. So don't let other people's perceptions of things, or ignorance, more than anything, it's ignorance.
It's really ignorance.
They just don't know how great you can be. But you do. So it's what matters.
Yeah, and you just gotta keep pushing on and like fighting past the ignorance, because like it's endless and you can't take it personally, even though that's like literally the worst and hardest advice on the planet.
It is.
But
I mean, optimism is like the worst thing to tell someone. Like,
you hear it and you're like, okay, well, can you just like throw up on my face?
Yeah, like that was such a waste of my time.
Yeah, like I'm upset right now.
Not here, wait a second. But that's all. And find your community. If you're a person who's watching us currently, watching us in the future, seeing our posts or something like that, find and reach out to people who are the same as you, because it's going to make your world so much bigger than it is now. And if you have like,
and don't feel bad about the ways that you reach out to people. Like, we met on Tinder. Like, you don't need to be like shamed about meeting people online and having friendships online and like literally only talking to people online. So many close, important friendships in my life have been just online. Like, I literally just text them. Like, there were some points where I couldn't leave the house and I just texted people, and that's like so valid. Yeah,
and you said that you reached out to your community on Reddit. I feel like every single time at the end of our groups, it'll just be like, make sure you have your people, make sure you build your queer family, because we're so nice.
We out here for each other.
So nice, and a lot of the things that like were internalized in me have been freaking squashed because of this guy.
Aww,
so I just
touched. I'm tearing. I literally
like
have a tear, you guys.
Boy.
I have a tear. I'm so touched by
Touched
that.
for the very first
Oh my
time.
God. I'm literally crying on this podcast. Oh my God, that made me so happy.
No, but it's very, very true, because a lot of the things that I struggled with and was scared of happening after my transition, like you're showing me like every day as you put on more gel onto that sexy arm of yours.
Well, this arm now, because I
That
have
arm,
the
but
Taurus.
whatever.
I have to put on my tee actually today.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
How much time do we have left, Imani?
You have 7 minutes left.
Okay, let's do it.
Go get your tea.
I got some nice comments.
We did.
Oh, thanks everybody. We have it turned around, because last time we were definitely just like staring at ourselves because we're vain. But we will definitely scroll through and see what everybody said.
So much better not looking at ourselves.
Yeah, I can see myself in like the reflection behind the second camera, but
you look cute. That's all you need
thanks,
to know.
Daddy. Did you just fart?
She might have her breath.
Lucy.
I paid $16 to get her. She's had a tummy ache. Her teeth are out. Did you see? When she gets her teeth out, it's really special. I almost did the tongue thing. All right, I'm doing it, fam. Ooh, I know this is what you're all tuned in for. It's me shirtless. That's all I do on my Instagram.
Oh, yay! I love taking pictures of him because it's just immediately like,
let's go.
Literally, I'm awful at taking pictures. I almost lost him as a friend yesterday because I'm so bad at taking pictures of him.
On the iPhone only. You're a great photographer, but you just don't know how to auto lock. It's like, why? Honestly, though, this is a problem that I have with everybody. If anybody in LA wants to be my friend, there's one requirement: you need to not take blurry photos of me. Everybody takes blurry photos of me, and I can't.
The iPhone takes the blurry photos. It was.
I paid so much money for this iPhone.
Can you put on your tea, please?
I paid so much money. It is so blurry. It's always so blurry. Look,
So,
this is my tea, everybody.
Your androgel, so exciting. I feel like this is a Cello Man live now.
No, because I don't have to. That's the best thing about doing androgel is I can always put it on and I never have to do a trigger warning or anything because it's just.
You know, I don't even know this stinking like, what is it called? When you put letters instead of the words. Acronyms. I don't know any of the acronyms.
For what?
Like you just said trigger warning, and I just realized that that's what TW is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do trigger warnings. Yeah, we gotta be cautious of using triggering words too. Trigger warning.
There's so much gel.
Ooh. Wait. There is so much gel. This might be the wrong dose.
So this
Yeah.
is the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I just have to take off half of it.
Okay. I was like, that just seems like it was more than last time.
It is more than last time. I'm just gonna take half off. They accidentally gave me the wrong prescription for 1 month. It's really no big deal.
Then you just use half of them.
Yeah, I just used half of it. Okay, hold on. Let me throw this away. All right. Yeah, this has got to be the
Yeah,
end.
this will be the end. Thanks so much for tuning in. We love you. Bye.
Thank
love
you, Live-
yourself too. Oh,
Thank
God,
you, live
this
studio
is-
audience, for ending the live for us. We appreciate you.
Love you too. And
Is it done?
for you guys on YouTube, you know, I guess that I'll be more specific and let everybody know every. I want to say every Sunday at 11:30, but
Yeah.
it's 11:30-ish. Every Sunday at 11:30 we'll have a podcast. We have no idea what our next topic is going to be, so hopefully
We'll know by
then, and that you guys will tune in. And I'll have this posted by tonight.
Yeah, wow. More efficient than I did. I couldn't post it at all because I'm a mess. So thank you, Ashton.
Well, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.